There are three main types of business activities. The first is marketing. This involves the buying and selling of products to the people. Any supplies bought by the company is used for the production of their own goods. The most important activity is the finances of the business. Any money used or collected by the business falls under the financial category. The main two commonly known types of businesses are goods-producing businesses and service businesses. A goods-producing business makes products that are used by other companies. Service businesses are businesses that produce products that are specifically to satisfy the consumer's wants. Innovations are new ideas. These ideas can range from anything entirely new to something similar to another product but just improved. Innovations normally change the products and the demand of the product within that service. Global competition is competing between companies throughout the country. The biggest challenge today in America is competing with the global economy. Global competition is companies attempting to attract business by making new and improved products that make customers want their goods more than another company's. The two ways to measure economic growth are gross domestic product and individual well-being. Gross domestic product, or GDP, is the total market value of all goods and services produced throughout the country in a single year. The GDP is compared from year to year to show the growth of the economy. The second way to measure economical growth is the individual well-being of the citizens. The U.S. Department of Commerce records the financial income of each household. If their income increased from the previous year, that means the well-being of the citizens improved. Owning a business is very beneficial to improving your activities within the community. It forces you to be involved with the people. Business owning also improves your commitment to completing goals. The characteristics of workers is constantly changing. The growing, changing, and moving population all play a big part in this. The growing population makes the demand of products higher, forcing employees to have a heavier workload. And the changing and moving population is the people relocating several times and having more diversity within the workforce. Some common issues businesses struggle with today are comparable worth, poverty, and equal employment. Comparable worth is making sure all employees are being paid fairly. Poverty is the poor population not having the same opportunities as the wealthy, which makes it difficult for them to get certain jobs. Equal employment is the difficulty to obtain equality within the workforce. The values of Americans have changed significantly the past several years. In the past, divorces were not common. Most families today are separated, which causes there to be extra stress on employees who are single parents. The other big change is men and women working together. In the past, men and women have had very different jobs, and now they are both working together. Businesses are beginning to adapt to the new values by redesigning jobs into group efforts rather than individual, improving healthcare for their employees, and structuring work schedules around their family lives. Sustainability involves businesses using strategies to improve their business while helping the environment. Some ways businesses have been trying to help by recycling the trash within their business and using recycled items to make their goods. Ethics are guidelines individuals set for themselves. Within businesses, employees need to have ethics that define right from wrong. Companies need to know what their responsibilities are. Social responsibilities are businesses need to contribute to the well-being of society and looking ahead to the future by setting goals. Businesses must know what consumers want in order to satisfy the demands. To be able to satisfy these wants, you need to have utilities, items that are wanted, not needed. When making goods that are services, businesses need to consider their four basic resources, which are land, labor, capital goods, and entrepreneurship. Capital formations are the production of capital goods, which are buildings and equipment. Capital goods are needed for producing consumer goods and services. There are three types of economic systems. Market economy is the individual buying decisions in the marketplace. The command economy is the central planning authority which is controlled by the government. The third economic system is mixed economy. This system uses aspects from the market to help make their decisions. The three types of political economy systems are capitalism, socialism, and communism. With capitalism, private citizens can go into business for themselves. Socialism, the government controls the business factors of the production. Communism is socialism but more extreme. This political system controls all the nations. Private property is key to a capitalistic system like ours. Private property is individuals having all rights over items. Having all rights means you can own, use, and sell that product. When a business has their own rights, it makes it easier for them to sell their products. When setting prices on products, a business has to know the demand and the supply of it. Typically, the higher the demand is, the higher the price will be. Economic growth is when the country is producing and selling more products than the population. There are 7 ways to encourage economic growth. Increasing the number of employees improves the amount of work done per day. Make sure all employees are educated correctly and have. Make sure all technology is up to date and possibly improved to help with speedy production. To ensure all processes are efficient, redesign schedules often. Make sure to advertise your product to the world. Lessen the amount of items purchased from other countries. International business is any business activities between two or more companies. The trade industry has grown significantly since the 18th and 19th century due to the products being traded. Trading is extremely important to the American economy. America makes a very large portion of their money off of other countries. The main reason for growth in international business is profit. The more products sold, the more money made, which then results in expanding the company. There are many forms of international business. Exporting and importing are selling and buying of products to and from other countries. Joint ventures is when two or more companies join together and share the cost of doing business. Two more forms are home and host country. Home country is when the business has their headquarters in the same country. Host is when the business and headquarters are in different locations. When trading with other countries, both government policies have to be followed. A lot of countries have different laws. Some countries have tariffs on their products, embargo or very strict restrictions, quota, limit of the amount of products sold, exchange rates or values, non-tariffs, which is the discouraging of taxes, and sanctions, which are basically embargoes but not as strict. There are two theories of international trade. The first is comparative advantage theory. It states to gain trade, a country needs to specialize in products that they can provide more efficiently. The second is product life cycle theory. This says that a product has to go through 4 stages: introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. Balances of payment are all international transactions recorded in one accounting statement. Any funds coming or going is recorded by the capital account.